But this is I haven't done this in a while as far as On the Corner TV. But welcome back to On the Corner TV, where y'all already know it's the YBS World Media Publications. But we on the corner. You know what I'm saying? I could show y'all what corner, but why? You know what I'm saying? We on the corner TV, and I'm sure that y'all see what the title to this is. Shout out, y'all already know it's your boy ARES, the voice. And I'm not gonna make this too long, but I have to start giving y'all more and more content. I haven't been flooding my YBS page. So here it goes. Street activists or street actors. It's a question that I had prior to COVID, but definitely post-COVID. It's definitely a question that we have to analyze and discuss. And the reason why I say that is because in New York City, as I've been continuously saying, in New York City, there's so many people that can literally just grab a bullhorn, make up a banner, hit the streets, and start making some noise, which I'm not even opposed to that. However, the problem is we got a lot of people that like to follow. And with this new age of social media, there are a lot of people who want followers. And being that there's a rampant amount of followers out here looking for something to follow, all it takes is a regular person to decide that I want to be somebody today, not go through the protocols of talking to any elders or any people who've been doing this for 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, some even 50 years, and not even take into account what people before them have been doing. Some of them I applaud because, honestly, the way the old system has been going, honestly, some of these elders are acting like gatekeepers and they don't want to help you. So I can understand it. And so some of the youth, some of these people had to get out on the streets and do it on their own because they wasn't getting no help, and they doing the right damn thing. However, at the same time, there's so many people that just get in the streets just to get followers that have no real intentions. All they want to do is gain followers and gain fame, not even with money. Like, they just really want to gain followers and to be able to have an audience, to be able to do whatever that they want to do. Sometimes promote music. I've seen that happen where, you know, people will get in the streets and get a following. Next thing you know, they got an album coming out. You know what I'm saying? Or they're trying to promote the next thing based off of the following that they got from activism. So this is why I got the question. In the streets right now, do we actually have activists, or do we just have people who are acting like activists? Because most of the activists that I've seen in the streets, most, I'm not going to say all, but there's definitely some out there that are definitely putting on and making noise, the right kind of noise, and still trying to organize the correct way. But there's so many, there's so many out there that's really doing it for their own gain. And I'm not even talking about big organizations. I'm not talking about that. However, eventually I will get to the big organizations also. The only reason why I'm even starting to go live and do things like this is because of the fact that I've reached out to a lot of other people who have way bigger platforms and try to reach out for help with the same kind of problems as far as misogynistic leaders, or sellouts within the community, or people who are willing to sell out the community for their own gain. And I thought I was going to get help. I didn't even want to put my face behind it. I want other people to be able to, you know, get credit for it and debunk a lot of BLM propaganda that's been going along for these past 5-6 years at the minimum, especially since I was one of the people who was rocking BLM in New York City when it wasn't a fashionable thing. To be honest with you, when I was rocking BLM, most people in New York were saying BLM is George Soros. You shouldn't be rocking BLM. All of these BLM, which that's asks a question. Really activists? Are some of these people being paid? It's a question that I had when I was doing it, and my answer used to be no, because I didn't see any money. But I mean, now it's a lot of money going on since COVID. So I ask you, I implore you guys to ask the questions. I'm not even talking about just Black Lives Matter organizations. I'm talking about all these organizations that are in the streets right now, profiting off of the death of black and brown. Because you know, when it's white on white, nobody cares. When it's black on black, nobody cares. When it's black on white, nobody cares. But the moment it's white on black, that's when everybody wants to. That's where the money is at. I'm gonna say that again. When it's black on black, nobody cares. When it's white on white, nobody cares. When it's black on white, nobody cares. But when it's white on black, that's where the money is at. My goal is to try to find people on YouTube, because I've been trying to find people in New York City. I've been trying to find people on Instagram. And however, that's not working because it's so corrupted and everybody's following the money and the news and the stations. Some of these big YouTubers even, and I got love for you. I still got love for you, bro. But the fact that I actually went to you with the story, and I still have the woman who's being done wrongly by these organizations, and we're still trying to work, and you're actually still, rather than even work on her story, you actually communicate with the person who was oppressing this woman and still out there oppressing other people with the guise of black liberation. But yeah, you want to call out Mike Son and these people. Listen, to me, they're all the same. Mike Son, Tamika Mallory, the Hawk Newsoms, the who else is out there in these streets? The Al Sharptons. They're all playing the same game. You got these other organizations that are gun violence programs that actually get paid once street violence happens. That's almost like the equivalent of funeral homes. Funeral homes are definitely necessary, right? But the weird thing about it is that they get paid more the more people die. They make more money the more people die. If people are not dying, funeral homes don't make money. It's the same thing with these gun violence programs. If people are not dying, people are not getting shot, if violence is not happening, there's really no need for the funding. Thus, you get these marches after, these peaceful marches after a shooting, after somebody's dead. Then they show up, but we don't have the programs other than Gun Down Loud Up, who I give mad credit to, but we don't really have the programs to suffice what's needed in the neighborhoods in order to keep these kids on the street in the first place. But then we want to show up when things happen. Same thing with police issues with police. A lot of times, while we marching in these streets, taking over the streets and messing up the days of people who actually have to go to work and try to pay their bills, we need to be up in the mayor's office. We need to be at the actual precincts. We need to be at the places that are directly going to affect the government and shake up the system. But we got to do the things that make the news, because we want our faces and our names to be across the headlines, so that way it boosts our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok followers, and now we can get more funding for our organization so we can buy more t-shirts. So shout out to you for giving this dude a thumbs up for his t-shirt. Because I'm sure you can go on his website and buy it, because the motherfucker's homeless, well, jobless. He ain't doing nothing with the people with that money. But yeah, you can definitely give him a thumbs up on that shirt. So I ask you guys again, these people that y'all see in the streets making the news, do y'all trust these people with your lives? If so, shit, we got a long way to go. But I'm getting out of here. This is one of the many. I'm gonna have some guests up later on. But yeah, YBS World Media on the Corner TV. Y'all already know what it is, man. Stay tuned. I actually trying to figure out how to see that shows I'm new to this. I don't know how to stop the stream. I don't know how to turn it off. I don't know how to share the highlights. I don't know how to do none of this stuff. But I'm gonna figure it out. Hold on.